Are you enjoying Helldivers 2? If you're not, I have a pretty long explanation. The short and sweet of it is, it's probably because of all the changes they made to the game they didn't announce. It's not since they nerfed the railgun. Some folks will assume and say, y'all are just meta slaves. You can't play without the meta, and now you're mad. I can play what I want, bro. I can play all the weapons if I want to. Some are terrible against certain things, but that's besides the point. It's more because they increase the intensity of the AI of the monsters, especially the bugs. They increase headshot damage you take. That I can show direct proof of right now. This is before the update, the headshot damage you took. This is after the update. And headshot damage does not care about armor because our helmets are all the same. Which they kind of changed that. Before we had helmets you could wear that reduce headshot damage, but they removed that too. Whatever. It was like a hidden buff. They also increased the headshot rate. Because I'm getting headshot a lot more often. I have hunters jumping from Narnia. And they're more accurate now thanks to the AI intensity increase. What the? And they headshot me consistently from deep, and more often than before. It's not, and it shouldn't be too hard to show that. I'll do my best to get old footage. I have like a terabyte of gameplay recorded. And not to mention the way they swarm you is not normally, bro. They be freaking side strafing you to get around you, and they just form a unit. They form a circle around you. It's gotten to the point now I'm getting swarmed, and they force me to the ground, and I'm prone. I can't stand up. That is crazy in so many ways, and it's just never happened before, ever. I have hundreds of hours playing this game. All I was just like sitting with the game open and making videos, but still, I play the game a lot. Never happened until after the patch dropped. They also made it so we have more patrols or something to do with more enemy spawning, which wouldn't be a big deal, but they nerfed weapons. They nerfed weapons that people are using to handle certain mobs. And it's very strange. And some of the nerfs they made, like to railgun, for instance, was only, I believe, most because of a bug that still exists in the game. Lets you two-shot Battle Titans easily, whereas it takes insane charge to rip the armor off a charger's leg. It is strange. It's also weird that double Titan hunts are now missing. A mission that I liked a lot. Gone. Normally found at level 5, now I can't find it at all. And I feel as though they made it to where missions that you go and hunt things like chargers specifically have a lower chance to spawn or to be available. The changes they listed, like nerfing the primary weapons, it just doesn't, like, why would you nerf the breaker? 3 shots, really? You remove 3 shots? For who? The folks that are mad at the meta slaves, the people that play meta, even though people will always play meta because meta just means the most effective tactic available. That will always be available. There will always be a more efficient way to do things, aka the meta. You can change it, you can flip it around, sure, but if you're trying to appease those people, you're already losing. You've already lost the plot. It's crazy. And the sad thing too is now you have those folks that are like, you guys are meta, blah blah blah. They're gonna see me make this video and other folks make videos like this and say, you're just bad, skill issue. It's like, what the? What I'm showing you is real. This is not, I'm not just saying, oh guys, I can't handle it anymore, this is tough. And what's really rough too, before this update, I was having so much fun. I think I made a tweet the day before the update came out because I didn't know it was going to happen, actually. And I said, this is the best game I've ever played. I'm having a blast. CEO's base, blah, blah, blah. And I was having a great time. I could do solo Helldive, and it was challenging in a way that was meaningful, it was enjoyable. And then the update happens, and I log in, excited to play, and I freaking raged the moment I realized what's happening, getting hit harder than ever. Because, by the way, headshots that happen more often now and hit harder, they ignore armor because helmets are the same. So we're taking 60% plus, around there, more than half HP from a single headshot. You get headshot twice, you're dead, regardless of armor. You could have 200 armor rating and you're dead. So it's like, what was, like, why'd you fix armor? Because people were saying, oh, we're getting kind of rolled here and we're wearing light armor. So you fix armor, and now we take more damage than we did before, wearing the heaviest armor in the game. That is crazy. No? Is that not crazy to y'all? It's just, who are these changes for? And y'all say, a game for everyone is a game for no one. Right now, you're making a game for the smallest amount of people possible. It's the weirdos that think that arbitrary difficulty is cool. Oh man, this game's so tough, guys. Ain't it awesome? It's like, yeah, it's difficult, but it's not fun to play anymore. Congrats. And their plans, as far as I've seen, are to decrease heavy spawns. Fighting the heavy monsters is fun. It's just that you took away the tools. You took away like the only the tool that was meaningful, because The railgun was good because you had 20 shots and it was easy to rip armor off chargers, and you could also two-shot ball titans with the PS5 bug. But the thing is, even if I want to use other weapons, which I do, I play all kinds of weapons, they're not good in some cases. Autocannon sucks against Battle Titans. You can't do anything. You destroy the sacks underneath it, and then what? You can't kill it. Takes you like maybe 200 shots, maybe, because the bullets just reflect off everything. Then you give us things that increase the cooldown for our stratagems. Hey guys, just go ahead and use stratagems. We went ahead and nerf stuff because we want you guys to use more stratagems. And then the modifiers, bro. 50% to 100% increased stratagem cooldown time. That's crazy. My cooldowns go from being around like maybe 4 minutes to 7. Just for the basic ones. The mech goes from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And then you have increased drop down time. So now I can't even drop down a stratagem where I want it to and land on a monster efficiently. And then you give us the thing that makes it so we call in orbitals and they miss. What the and then you remove stratagems against certain on certain plans with certain modifiers. What's going on? I don't mind the EMS jammer thing because I can destroy it. I can get rid of it. There's counterplay. But these modifiers are so bad. And it's not necessarily your fault in that regard. A bunch of games do modifiers, and for some reason folks don't realize that they're just garbage. Like players and devs alike and folks that make games alike. Modifiers are so trash 99% of the time. They're done so bad because they're not fun to play against. They don't do anything. You know what's fun? Playing Helldivers 2 and seeing different monsters that have different ways to attack them and kill them. That's counterplay. That's engaging. That's fun. You learn. I don't learn to play around a long cooldown. I just sit there like, oh, I gotta wait. There's nothing to learn. There's no counterplay. It's so whack. And that's been in the game. It's not like that's been in the game. But now that we have all these changes happening, it definitely makes it a lot worse, which I've always hated. Dude, I hate modifiers. You don't understand. Maybe you do from that quick little snippet there, but I hate them so freaking much. Because there's so many more cool ways you can go about changing your game to try and make it more challenging in a way that entices people to get better and enjoy it. And by get better, I mean learn. I don't mean get better as in hit more shots, bro. Just to learn, to adapt in a meaningful way. New update, it just ain't it, man. And I really hope that going forward they can realize that, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Not because they're showing themselves to not be aligned in that manner. It just depends. And it all comes down to how they try and go about this stuff. I think the best play right now, revert the AI change that increased the intensity, reduce the headshot damage. Let's be real, that's ridiculous. Go back to what it was. Go back to what the pre-patch was. Railgun can stay changed, but make it make more sense. You should not need 95% charge twice to break a charger's leg armor. That's crazy. You don't need to decrease the heavy spawn rate and the elite spawn rate. Just give us the weapons that we need to deal with them. Make them usable. Make them viable. You know what's not fun? Having to sit there and say, hey, Carl, my build's for clearing all the small ads. You're for killing the big guys. You're across the map. I need you here now. I'll wait. Unless you enjoy that kind of reliance on your teammates. Me, not a big fan. I like taking the stratagems I need to handle basically everything that I would have to in that fight. And at the moment, it works really well against the automatons, but versus the bugs, Battle Titans are just strong against a bunch of support weapons. They're impervious to autocannons. You can break the sacks underneath, but then what? You do nothing. The arc thrower can kill them, but it takes a cajillion shots unless you have a PS5 player in your party, and in which case you do a bunch more damage. At least I do. And it just that's a big problem, I think. There's not enough counterplay versus those things. And then versus chargers, it still takes a bunch of damage as well. I feel the automatons are somehow more balanced, and they have been more balanced than the bugs. I believe that most support weapons should be good against the majority of content in the game, such as making flamethrower good against Battle Titans. It's not. Autocannon good against Battle Titans. It's not. Making it so you can handle all these situations with different weapons in unique and engaging ways. That way, you're not feeling left out when there's a Battle Titan and you're using a weapon that just doesn't do anything against it when you have a support weapon on you. There's some examples where it wouldn't make that much sense. Like grenade launcher, I don't care if it can do that, although it may be able to. I haven't really tried it. But yeah, new patch just simply isn't it. I still play the game though, and I plan to. I have a decent time. I just know that I could have a much better time if they just reverted all these stealth changes. Guaranteed. And I do plan on trying to do some more solo Helldives. I did one before they made these changes because I was working on other stuff, and also make guides for different weapons and whatnot. I still got plans to play the game. I just know that the experience could be that much better if they made the right choices. And they did. The right choices were already there. I don't know, man. Anywho, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.